Maybe we should rent out this little house on Airbnb. No, jokes aside, it's my daughter's going to be my daughter's playhouse. So like she's only 6 months old now, so I still have some time to fix it up. Anyways, so we had a house that was like condemned last Monday. It's Sunday today, so we had the rush panic, finish it, rented it out last night, and I'm waiting to go and see the house today after the first booking. Unfortunately, the car's at the doctor, and then the van wouldn't start, so I'm waiting for some help to get the van started. So what I wanted to do in the house was actually use it as a stage. So I didn't want to rent it out. So it was the wife who and put it on Booking.com, and then was just rented out. And then I was like, okay, now it's rented out for the next week for 8,000, so that Danish crowns, so a little $1,200 US. So that's okay. But I wanted to use it as a stage. But since I can't do that, then I'll just put my whiteboard here in one of the whiteboards in the garden. So we have two other houses, right? So the thing with the short-term rentals is that we want to use it as a leverage to like renovate houses, right? So I have two houses that in July, so our second rental property, our 12th rental property, and then in July, the second one had a revenue of $6,530.90 US. And what we've done now is that we converted it to a long-term lease instead. That is $2,511.78 US, right? So, and then the 12th one, the revenue was $7,509.81 US, and we've converted that to that number is correct, yeah. So $2,197.80 US, right? So the 12th is a little bit lower on the long-term lease than the second one, but in July with the short-term rentals, the second one performed better than the 12th one. And our first rental property that was condemned actually had the same revenue as this one, around $7,000 US last July last year. So we use this as a leverage. So actually I wanted to make the course inside about this, we call it Airbnb, inside the house, so where we use short-term rentals as a leverage to pay the cost. So it's like a crazy build, buy, renovate, rent out, refinance, repeat. So this is just on crack, right? Because you can get, so like the 12th rental property only cost us like 200,000 Danish crowns. So it's around $30,000 US for the house. So you can see that like it's a huge leverage using the short-term rental to get the money to pay for extra renovations and like get it over to the long-term thing. Anyways, I'll wait for the guy to come and start the car, and then when I get to our first rental property, then we'll see how it looks like after the first time it was rented out. So my office, so I couldn't use the other thing as my new office, so that's why I had to rethink. So I thought, okay, I'll paint and redecorate my office. So that's what I've done. So you can see here how it looks now. So it's not as great as using the entire house out there, but it's okay. So yeah, so that's it. So this is my new office. We're back at the house. Spoiler alert, they didn't break anything, but they did forget a bunny rabbit. So anyways, let's go look at the house after it was rented out for the first time. Actually, it's not the first time. Like it's been a week because I was like too busy with other stuff. So yeah, so it's been a week since I since I started this video. So the toilet shower still has the rain shower. Nothing has been broken inside here. So everything is fine. Inside the living room, I got the butterfly effect displays up. I think they're cool. I put a Donald Duck. I think I did that last time. And then I was talking to the kids, and they loved the Lego flowers. So they thought they were very, very cool. And then I was in here, so I just cleaned it. So I was in here cleaning the room, and then I found a bunny rabbit and a cup. And so that's part of like the thing when we do short-term rentals or we rent out, then people sometimes forget stuff. Not very often. But then when I found it was because it was hiding behind the pillows. So when I found it, I immediately like wrote them like, does it have any sentimental value, because it's expensive to ship it from Denmark to Germany. And they said like it had sentimental value. So I was like, okay, so what we'll do is that we will I'll ship it to them in Germany. So they gave me the address. So tomorrow I'm going to ship it to Germany. So it happens sometimes. I also had a kid, I think it was last year, who forgot their school bag. So all their school stuff was inside this bag. And then fortunately for them, they live in a city called Hira. It's near Copenhagen. So it's actually like a few hours drive away from here. But then I was going that way anyway. So I drove to her aunt's office, and that she's a lawyer. And then I gave her the school bag. And then we were renting out some rooms too, doing some house hacking. And I had one that forgot like 3 golden rings the other day. So she actually just came today and picked them up. It's not something that happens that often. It does happen, but people mostly forget is actually chargers and like some strange drinks. So like someone forgot a protein drink today. The funny thing with chargers is that the guests almost always, when I call them saying you forgot your charger, they say, ooh, I need my charger, my life is going to end, and they're going to come pick up the charger, and then they never come and pick up the charger. So this one was from the other day with the extension thing. And he said, oh, we need to get lunch, then I'll come pick it up. He didn't pick it up. This one was another one from another place. He said the same thing. Oh, I'll come and pick it up. And then he never came and picked it up. And this one with this is mine. So that's mine. The thing with chargers that is kind of funny is that they have like different watt. So watt says here, right? Watt is what? So this one is 20 watt. This one is 20 watt too. And then the one I have, it's from Ugreen, is 65 watts. So this is just the one I keep in my car. The main thing is that this one can charge 3 times faster than this one, if the thing you're charging can charge fast. So 65 is a lot more than 20. And this one over is 22, but you can attach 2 things to it. So that means actually they will split. So like 10 and 10. And then that is like slow. And sometimes if if I like want to charge my DJI Pocket 3 or my microphone, very rare that I need to charge it. Anyways, then it's smarter with this one, because this one I can actually attach 3 things to. So I can attach 3 things, and then it charges 65 watts. So I only need to carry 1 item, then I can actually charge the Pocket, this one, and not my watch. I could charge my watch, but then I can charge my phone too. So that's a thing that like there's a huge difference. And like if you do charge stuff like drones or things like that, then it's time is money, right? So we need to save the time. Anyway, so the house looks as it should. So can you see that the house was dead a week ago and then was revived? Write that in the comments below. Inside here we have the shower bathroom, and everything is as it should be. And we have, yeah, I still have the new closet for this room under the bed. So I haven't had time to fix that too. And we have the room out here, and yeah, everything is as it should be. So we got our first ratings after the house was dead and revived. So we got a 5 out of 5 on Airbnb, and then we got 9 out of 10 on Booking.com. And then you might say, ooh, 9 out of 10. It's actually like we have a very expensive, exclusive overnight place over here called Hayes Badehotel. And they have like 8.7 on Booking.com. So we actually, this place has the same rating as this place, which is kind of cool. And like the new one with 9 out of 10 doesn't break that. But the thing is that in the review, there's like a comment. The floor was a little bit dirty. And then we think like, oh, it's only 9 out of 10, right? And then it's the floor, and then we rush to the internet and we order a box, and then we get us a robot washing, drying, vacuum cleaner. Boom! And then we have a vacuum washing cleaner thing, dreamy L4 Pro Ultra, so we can get the 10 out of 10 stars. Like, I know I got this for my daughter because she's like 6 months old. The thing is that we need to consider second order consequences. We need to consider what we're doing with our money, right? So this is not a good idea for this. It's good for my daughter because she's on the floor like everywhere, right? And like it's the same thing. Like some of the worst real estate investors I've met is actually contractors, because they do the job too well. They do things too much, right? A little bit too much. And then that costs them, right? It gets too expensive for them to renovate the properties. And then it doesn't really make sense to buy a 800 euro washing machine. But the cool thing here is like with the house is that we've actually sued the local municipal, Lolland Kommune, for around 1,000 euros, a little bit less. So that's what I'm going to talk a little bit about in the next video. So subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments about this, write it in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.